Hello everyone, my name is Amochi and today we're going to be looking at over 20 new cozy games releasing this August. We had some amazing and highly anticipated releases last month, from Hotel Galactic's early access to Tales of the Shire, although that one kind of flopped, but this month honestly looks even more promising, and as you'll soon see, August the 7th is definitely a date to mark in your calendar. And as per usual, I've added timestamps for every game on this list, so you can skip around to the titles that you're most interested in. So if you like this kind of content, then be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell, as it really helps me and you'll never miss a new upload. And while you're down there, if you could give this video a cheeky little like, that would be much appreciated. There's both some highly anticipated releases on this list as well as some cute hidden gems that you may not have heard of. So without further ado, let's get into it. The first game on the list is the cute and relaxing indie island exploration and adventure game, Cloud Valley, which will be porting to the Nintendo Switch on the 1st of August. Set in the Cloudy Valley archipelago, in this summer vacation inspired game, you will swim, climb and explore a multitude of unique and tropical islands at your own pace, discovering valuable treasures and enjoying the cozy and calm coastal atmosphere along your travels. Take your time exploring the archipelago, diving into the blue sea to swim among fish, uncovering hidden treasures and climbing to the highest peaks to appreciate the various landscapes. With no restraints, you can run, climb or swim anywhere to discover new islands, as nowhere is out of bounds. In between adventures, meet the lively inhabitants of the valley, help keep the archipelago clean by picking up any rubbish that you come across, and pet the wild sheep and farm moles, and take part in fun minigames such as a token hunting contest. You could even become a master fisherman and be the first to catch the evasive rainbow trout, or you could just catch some fish for the locals, as they're sure to appreciate it. Cloud Valley looks to be the perfect game to play in your downtime, featuring roughly 2 to 4 hours of restful and soothing gameplay. It is perfect for those who do not have much free time and or find other more hands-on action-based games a little too much to handle after a long and stressful day of work. Whether you prefer relaxing and taking in peaceful and cozy summer atmospheres, or exploring at your own pace and listening to gentle beach waves and a calming soundtrack, immersing yourself in the peaceful and vibrant world of Cloud Valley is the ideal form of self-care for the busy cozy gamer. If you love exploring stunning and wholesome landscapes in games like A Short Hike, Little Gator Game and Pine Hearts, as well as meeting fun and lively characters in games like Hello Kitty Island Adventure and Cozy Grove, then you should definitely check this one out. Next on the list is the highly anticipated, cute, cozy and story-rich magical tavern management and life sim, Magic Inn, which will now be releasing for Steam in early access on the 4th of August. In this charming new adventure, you'll take on the role of an exiled wizard turned innkeeper, reclaiming the glory of a magical inn by overseeing everything from menus, rooms, guests and staff in a fully customizable magical inn, all while uncovering a tale of tragedy, redemption and of course magic. Recruit top chefs or hone your own cooking skills and become one yourself, forging ties with local farmers for quality ingredients and offering a delectable menu to your guests. A 5-star inn draws even royalty and fame, so you must be prepared with the rarest of both decorations and delicacies, building relationships with winemakers, trading with merchants, or even searching the corners of the world for rare gems to impress the king on his arrival. Under the moonlight, the sight of pale ghosts may send most people running, but not you. Serve and befriend these charming spirits, discovering their secrets and mastering the spell that will unlock a whole world of friendly ghosts, and in return, you'll receive whimsical rewards beyond your imagination. Friends are an innkeeper's greatest asset, helping them to gain resources and referrals from powerful contracts, and making friends is simple. Talk to your guests using a mechanism of engaging Potionomics-inspired card battles to spark conversations, help and serve them well, or even give them some gifts. When each guest matters, you should interact, learn and aim to personalise the service of every single one, building lasting friendships. When the power of friendship may not be enough, there's nothing wrong with taking a few shortcuts. A 5-star rating is determined by judges disguised as guests, and with the help of a local detective and some extra coin, you can either reveal the judge's identity or maybe even bribe them. Just keep it discreet and nobody needs to know. I've mentioned this game a couple of times before on the channel, and after being delayed from April, I am excited to announce that the early access version will now be releasing this August. As someone who loves all things fantasy and magic, as well as a story-rich management game, Magic Inn is right up my alley. With its adorable and vibrant graphics, Cooking Mama style minigames, and in decoration alongside spellcast, potion brewing, and mythical creature collecting, it combines all the classic management sim aspects with a magical twist. Not to mention the detailed relationship card battles inspired by Potionomics, which isn't something seen in many cozy games, which simulates conversation actions and fun events such as the Royal Games. If you love story-rich magic and fantasy-inspired games with a serving twist such as Coffee Talk, Wonder Stop, and Critter Cafe, as well as card battles reminiscent of Moonstone Island and Potionomics, and the decoration and tavern management aspect of Traveller's Rest, then you should definitely check out the free demo of Magic Inn, available right now on Steam. The next game on the list is the Choose Your Own Adventure life and dating sim with a punk rock twist, Punk Juice, which will now be releasing for Steam, including Maxport on the 4th of August. In this game, you will recreate your life but with a punk rock twist, in a grungy Seattle-inspired city, forming a band with two crass and potty-mouthed punks, curating your own personal style, enduring the trials and tribulations of public transport, and playing at dead-end gigs. When you're not jamming it out on stage, work your also dead-end job for some cash, go on mediocre dates, thrift with your besties, spend your hard-earned money on overpriced coffee, and of course complain about the skyrocketing cost of your rent and how capitalism is the bane of humanity. Discover what kind of punk you are and be your truest self. With fully customizable character options from your hair down to your socks, your punk will reflect the inner rebel that lies within you. And it's not just yourself that you can customize. In Punk Juice, you have your very own apartment to personalize, whether that be by staying up to date with the latest fashion trends, shopping for new, to you at least, decorative pieces, furniture, and of course some clothes too, at the local thrift, or uncovering new styles through your friends. Unravel an overarching choices matter narrative in which every decision you make will ultimately decide your punk's fate, adventuring with your bandmates along the way to build both friendships and unlock extra pieces of a puzzling story. In your downtime, play rhythm-based minigames to make a name for yourself in the music scene, forming new connections, whether that be rivalries or friendships. Just don't forget to pop on down to the local music shop to keep your gear up to date and with all the latest bells and whistles. There's plenty to do even when you're not performing, from skating around and exploring the grungy city, whether that be by skateboard or rollerblade, or testing the waters in the punk dating pool. Check out every nook and cranny, making up the unique neighbourhoods of Punk Juice, discovering new hidden gem locations, uncovering side quests, and meeting new friends in every hot spot. Who knows what relationships may blossom on your escapades, be it casual friendships or romance. Maybe you like the waters hot and will find yourself flirting with the enemy. I did mention this game in last month's video, but after its delay to August, I thought I'd just go through it again for those who may not have seen it. So to me, Punk Juice looks super fun and quirky, and there's lots to do, from gigging to thrifting, as well as tons of mini games. And there's so many cool characters to meet, and it just has an overall very colourful, funky, and unique art style. So I'm definitely interested in checking this one out, because the band members roughing it in the big city trope definitely gives me Nana vibes. If you love punk rock and everything associated with it, or you're just looking for a semi-realistic experience of life in the big city as a broke young adult, packed full of minigames and activities, then you should definitely check out the free demo for Punk Juice, which is available right now on Steam. The next game on the list, a short and sweet experience with an estimated hour of playtime, is Catto's Post Office, a cute, colourful and cozy casual 3D platformer game about cats and delivering mail, releasing on the 4th of August for Steam. In this game, you will play as Catto, the town's dedicated post cat, to deliver mail, meeting unique friends in a vibrant, cozy town filled with kitty residents along the way. As you explore the colourful town, encounter various residents, and brighten their day by helping them with silly little tasks, featuring many cats to befriend, lots of mail to deliver, a dedicated meow button, and lots of things to knock over, creating the most cozy and wholesome vibes. Catto's Post Office looks to be super cute and is definitely up my alley as a cat-crazed lady, but also short, clocking at roughly an hour long. It looks very cozy and there's quite a bit to do and characters to meet, and as someone who has a very busy life, I do love to play the occasional single-sitting cozy game, but only for a reasonable price, and for a game of this length I would consider that to be about £5 max, but I guess we shall see on release day. So if you love cute cats, exploring quaint worlds and dilly-dallying with silly little tasks in games, like a Tiny Stickertail and Smooshy Come Home, or delivering mail in games like Mail Time and Lake, then you should definitely check out Catto's Post Office this August. Next on the list, we have the cozy and relaxing puzzle-based platformer and story-rich adventure, Oscuro Blossoms Glow, releasing for Steam and PlayStation on the 5th of August. In this charming adventure, you will play as Celine, a young girl capable of absorbing and emitting light from various magical flowers, an ability which will allow you to activate unique puzzle mechanisms, overcome obstacles, and navigate your way through a selection of whimsical environments, wielding your light to illuminate hidden paths and subtly adjust certain elements of your surroundings. Born from the radiant blossoms that sustain a network of planets, all rooted to a once collapsed ancient tree, Celine can absorb and emit their light to preserve life. But when the Dark One emerges, stealing the flower's glow and weakening the tree, Celine must embark on a journey to reclaim each and every lost spark. Harness the power of light to solve puzzles, overcome obstacles, and shape your surroundings, absorbing and emitting the glow of mystical flowers to illuminate your path, activate hidden mechanisms, and forge a delicate balance between darkness and hope. Charge objects and elevate platforms in a world where every challenge demands ingenuity, using various types of floral light to progress through environments that shift according to how you wield your illumination. Discover a heartfelt story full of magic as you embark on an emotionally charged journey filled with breathtaking vistas and thoughtful encounters with beings who can either aid or impede you in your progress, testing you at every turn as both puzzle and guide, weaving introspection into epic challenges, and offering crucial and destiny-defining choices, which will ultimately shape the fate of an entire planetary system. Immerse yourself in a storybook universe where each enchanted plant and creature contributes to a vibrant and naturally evolving world, all brought to life by hand-drawn art, textured hues, and lively animations. Let soft ambient tunes and the whispers of nocturnal wildlife guide you through serene landscapes, enriching the narrative and evoking reflection and gentle immersion. Oscuro Blossom's Glow is an absolutely gorgeous puzzle platformer with the most stunning picture book-esque graphics and probably the most aesthetic visuals on this list, at least when it comes to the 2D games. With an emotional and heartfelt storyline about illuminating darkness and finding your path using the power of nature, this game is so wholesome and definitely gives off a feel of childlike wonder. Not to mention, with puzzles that look both challenging and intriguing, but not frustrating, the aura of relaxation that this game creates is never compromised. And if you are a Nintendo Switch user, then do not despair, as the devs have mentioned plans of porting over in the future. So if you love rich stories in puzzle platformers like Celeste and Magical Delicacy, but also the casual and relaxing puzzles of games like A Little to the Left and A Tiny Stick of Tail, and the art style of the games you play is important to you, then it is definitely worth checking out Oscuro Blossom's Glow. The next game on the list is the casual, vibrant and charming card collectathon and aquarium-based idler game, rendered in beautiful retro CRT-style pixel art to create a feeling of nostalgia with a modern twist, Fishtopia, releasing for Steam on the 6th of August. In this blend between idle gameplay and card collection, you will explore 5 unique deep-sea inspired zones, discover a deck of 12 card types, each with their own special effects, and mix and match vibrant themes using over 100 decorative items and 300 unique creatures to craft your very own one-of-a-kind cyberpunk aquarium. Nurture wondrous creatures of all shapes and sizes who will thrive even when you're offline. Meet hundreds of unique deep-sea dwellers and fill your creaturepedia along the way as you explore and discover the mysteries hidden in the ocean's depths. Immerse yourself in a deep-sea journey, listening to a selection of synthwave-infused lo-fi tracks as you swap between different themed underwater scenes, decorating freely to build your own dream seascape, and utilising the game's dynamic wallpaper mode to choose between day and night lighting. As someone who loves fish, especially jellies, and collectible cards, Fishtopia looks to be a super adorable and vibrant desktop idle game. There's something about all the bright neon colours and the sparkly fish swimming around that just scratches the right spot in my brain. I don't know how to explain it, just let me know if you can relate. I kind of find aquariums unethical in real life, although I do understand that they're super important for conservation and preserving endangered species, and that they have to fund these endeavours somehow, but I'm definitely not opposed to a pixelated one. And with tons of cards to collect and decorations to make your own, it's sure to be a fun and relaxing time. So if you love fish as well as idle games with an emphasis on collecting and decorating like Tiny Pasture and Spirit City Lo-Fi Sessions, then you should definitely check out the free demo for Fishtopia, which is available right now on Steam. And I also have the privilege of giving away a beta key for this game to one of you guys, meaning that you can play before and after release day without having to wait for the game to unlock. So thank you so much to Bounty Games for sending this key over, and you can find it on screen right now. And it is a first come first serve basis, and there is only one key that I'm giving away, so make sure to redeem it as soon as you see it if you are interested in checking this one out. And if you do manage to get your hands on it, then please make sure to thank the lovely devs in the comments below for sending this over. Now, the 7th of August is definitely a date to mark on your calendar, with 10 of the games on this list all releasing on that one day. Next on the list is the cozy and casual cook and serve forever style restaurant management sim, Cozy Cooking Tiny Tastes, releasing for the Nintendo Switch, both the 1 and 2, on the 7th of August. In this new serving and management sim, which makes handling a restaurant easier than ever before, you'll welcome in a variety of both quirky and colourful customers and cook them the most delicious dishes they've ever tasted, all without breaking a sweat. It's about time you showed off your culinary skills, so get ready to prepare over 170 amazing meals, mixing the correct ingredients in 4 different cooking mini-games, from the blender and the oven to the stovetop pots and pans. And then add a dash of creativity to produce a culinary masterpiece that your guests are sure to love. Throughout your adventure, you will unlock more components and recipes, including 24 unique ingredients to discover, leveling up your establishment by receiving positive customer feedback. Just be sure to read their orders carefully, as some can be quite picky. When the hardest part about this job is not eating the dish before it comes out of the kitchen, you're sure to use your culinary arts to open the best restaurant in town. Cozy Cooking Tiny Taste looks super adorable and is the perfect combination of serving up culinary masterpieces and decorating your very own restaurant, mixing the best components of games like Cooking Mama, Good Pizza, Great Pizza and Lemon Cake with the decoration aspects of games like Cat Cafe Manager and Critter Cafe. While this one is relatively short, it does look like the perfect game to play with your favourite podcast or repeat episodes of a beloved TV show on in the background, and with its repetitive but satisfying actions and ambient art style and music, gameplay requires little thought and so is ideal for when you just want to turn off your brain and relax. The next game on the list is the highly anticipated, cozy, cute and casual narrative-driven bookshop management and life sim that is any reader's dream come true, Tiny Bookshop, releasing for Steam including Mac support, also on the 7th of August. In this cozy narrative adventure with a bookish twist, you will leave behind your old life to open a tiny bookshop by the sea, stocking it with secondhand gems of every genre, setting up scenic coastal locations, and of course getting to know the locals. Decorate your tiny bookshop with the items you collect during your travels, whether that's embracing your inner green thumb by plastering the place with plants, or a dark, academia-inspired candlelit atmosphere. When every item also has an effect on your customers and can introduce new gameplay mechanics, it's fun to play around with a little bit of everything. Stock books of every genre to satisfy the reading habits of the locals, and then watch your customers trickle in. Recommend the right books to the right people, or maybe you'll make a more risky pick and attempt to expand their literary horizon. After all, sometimes you just need a little help to find your next novel hyperfixation. Every place around town attracts a slightly different crowd, so it's important to get to know your audience if you want to become a master bookseller. When you're not on the job, explore the scenic locations of the charming Buxtonbury by the Sea and learn the ins and outs of the town, discovering its history and uncovering secrets from stamps to decorative items along the way. Not to mention, Buxtonbury also has a quirky and friendly cast of characters to befriend, who will definitely appreciate you lending a helping hand where needed. As both a cozy gamer and a book lover who really needs a bigger bookshelf, Tiny Bookshop looks like my kind of game. From its charismatic and cutesy cartoon graphics to its shop management gameplay, a favourite genre of mine, to its recommendation system. Seriously, if anyone wants some car crash romancy recs other than SJM, then do hit me up in the comments because I may have a few. It really does check all of the boxes, and I can definitely see this game being similar to titles like Fruitbus and Sticky Business, where you serve customers with some backstory to discover, which, don't get me wrong, is a great direction to take this game in, but I'd also love to see an equivalent of running a bookstore like in this game, with a social system similar to Wildflowers or Rune Factory, where you play as a character with their own unique story to uncover, and then you can also form meaningful relationships and even romance the other characters. Either way, I'll definitely be checking this one out, and I've got my fingers crossed for more book-selling cozy games in the future. So if you love books of any genre, and recommending them to your friends, as well as managing cozy and quaint shops in games like Cat Cafe Manager, Moonlighter and Sticky Business, and helping and befriending fun and quirky characters, then you should definitely check out the free demo for Tiny Bookshop, available right now on Steam. Next on the list is the long-awaited, wholesome and charming nature-inspired life sim with an emphasis on exploration and adventure, Out and About, releasing for Steam on the 7th of August. In this cozy foraging adventure about the magic of real-life plants, you will identify and gather a variety of wild plants and fungi, using them to cook tasty recipes and master herbal remedies, and rebuild a once thriving cozy community after a devastating storm. Before you get started exploring, customize your character using a rich variety of outfits and hairstyles in the game's highly configurable character creator. From facial features and skin tone to dual-coloured fashionable hair, you can express your truest self or be someone else entirely. Enrich your life with knowledge of real plants, recipes, herbalism, and more as you harness the power of nature and learn all about the wild surrounding landscape to rebuild your home and help a little community get back on its feet after an unforgiving storm destroyed the town of Portobello. Learn to identify over 100 real-life plants and fungi as you forage for food, cook decadent meals, and form deep friendships with the town's residents, slowly coming together as a community that strives for sustainability. Cook over 150 delicious recipes and brew herbal remedies, all inspired by real life and with detailed instructions so you can recreate them at home to help the townsfolk of Portobello. Explore a natural open world from dense forests and wide grasslands to beautiful coastal beaches and whimsical wetlands, making friends with the charming characters you meet around town and out and about to truly become a part of the community. Wholesome Out and About is a super cute and wholesome game with a heartfelt premise about rebuilding a community after a disaster and loads of nature-inspired activities to awaken your inner witch. From foraging and brewing herbal remedies to cooking delicious meals, real-life recipes and all. As someone who loves cooking and baking, both in real life and in cozy games, I really appreciate this added touch as it allows you to bring your favourite in-game dishes to life and taste them for yourself. Not to mention, a lot of the contents of this game are educational and may come in handy, especially if you're into camping and outdoor activities, from real species of mushrooms to herbal remedies that are sure to come in handy, whether that's for indigestion or simply the common cold. If you love exploring the scenic open worlds of games like Palia and Infinity Nikki, as well as foraging for resources and rebuilding communities in games like Stardew Valley, Story of Seasons and Coral Island, and cooking delicious meals in games like Lemon Cake and Fruitbus, then you should definitely check out the free demo for Out and About, available right now on Steam. And if you are a console user, then no worries, as the devs are currently aiming to port for Q1 of 2026, which will literally be here before you know it. Honestly, it's kind of scary. Next on the list, releasing for Steam on, you guessed it, the 7th of August, is Make Room, a cute and casual sandbox in which you'll decorate miniature dioramas, create your own furniture pieces, and fulfill cozy design requests, such as a comfy cat playroom or a moody vampiric hideaway. Dive right into captivating and creative gameplay with the game's gentle-paced guided design requests, in which you'll help the local townies of Make Room Island to either help clean and tidy rooms or even design them to the cozy specifications provided, allowing you to both discover and get to grips with the design tools available and unlock an extensive furniture catalogue of over 100 pre-made items, ranging from large pieces to tiny decorations. Can't find the exact furniture piece pictured in your mind's eye? Create it yourself using the game's built-in furniture designer feature, which makes building furniture just as easy as decorating a room. Once you've finished a piece that you're proud of, you can even upload it to the Steam Workshop to be used by your friends and the rest of our cozy community. Create any room with no limitations, starting with 3 different diorama settings, from rooms to camper vans to gardens. Recolor and resize a variety of furniture items to your unique requirements, arranging them exactly as you'd like with the game's grid-free placement system, or turning on the grid for a helping hand, making symmetrical placement easier than ever. Then add your finishing touches with dozens of backgrounds, environments, and even ambient sound options available to select from. And don't forget to add some furry friends to your dioramas using the pets category. Once you finish your interior design masterpiece, it's time to snap some beautiful photos for your portfolio, using a variety of camera features from ambient filters, visual effects like tilt shift, and even special effects like smoke and steam. Then share your beautiful creations with your friends via Steam Workshop integration, discovering secret codes to unlock even more objects. Make Room looks absolutely adorable, with over 1,000 items to choose from and lots of quality of life building features, such as being able to easily resize items and change colorways. There's loads to create, from rooms to gardens to caravans, and you can even make split level rooms with platforms and customize the size and shape of every room you create, whether that be rounded walls or even a sloped attic ceiling. I'm super excited to design my own spaces, and I can see many uses for this game, whether that's planning out the rooms in your own home to see what works for you, or just having a blast and building your dream gaming space. And when you reach a creative block, there are of course the guided design requests to give you some inspo and teach you some tips and tricks. If you love decorating in your cozy games, such as The Sims, Stardew Valley and Animal Crossing, and you especially love customizing homes to the request of unique and fun characters, such as in the Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer game or the Happy Home Paradise DLC, as well as House Flipper, but you've always wished you could easily create your own custom furniture in these games, then you'll absolutely love Make Room. The next game on the list, also set to release on the 7th of August, is Ritual of Raven, a cozy, story-based farming sim where, plot twist, you don't have to farm, from the developers of the beloved Sticky Business. In this narrative-driven farming sim with a twist, you'll collect and enchant arcana constructs to grow a magical herb garden for you, so you don't have to. Befriending a cute bunch of weirdos and using your witchy skills to perform powerful rituals and stabilize the mysteriously magical portals with your newfound free time. In a world where different traditions of magic live side by side, ambitious plans were made to open portals between worlds. But tragedy struck and the ritual went terribly wrong. Those involved each lost something most precious to them, and the portals became unstable, randomly spitting out new arrivals into the world. After falling through one of these mysterious portals yourself, you encounter the local witch sage, who decides you're the best person to help her in her quest. Taken under her wing as an apprentice, you must aid her in her search for her missing familiar Flufferstoop. With your cheeky familiar Raven by your side, you'll gather the knowledge and ingredients required to perform powerful rituals as you fill your book of shadows and find the portal keepers to bring stability back to the portals that have been causing trouble for the local village. Automate your farming using cute little guys called arcana constructs, there to do all your magical gardening for you. Using a mystical deck of cards, you'll be able to enchant them to till soil, sow seeds, and water and harvest your crops for you. And with 22 types of construct to collect, you can create your very own thriving magical herb garden without so much as lifting a finger, never mind a green thumb. When you're not enchanting arcana constructs and investigating mysterious portals, take a wander into the local village and make friends with the quirky community of outcasts, helping them grow closer to both each other and yourself to create a tight-knit community. Get to know their unique backstories and trade with them to obtain valuable magical ingredients. Train your powers by performing moon magic under the watchful wing of Sage, your local senior witch. Learn how your harvest changes in each moon phase and use the moon's power as a conduit to charge your crystals. Discover how to command the moon phases to suit your needs at the moon shrine, as there's much more to the moon than meets the eye. Decorate your world with a wide variety of decorative items, as after all, when finding yourself in a brand new land, it's important to make it feel as homely as possible. Take a trip to Pistachios and get creative with their stock of out-of-this-world furniture to decorate both the local village and your very own farm. And for my fellow completionists, there are many collections to fill, for example collecting artifacts from different worlds by throwing your fishing claw through portals, or collecting crystals by extraction and fusion with your construct. Ritual of Raven looks like the perfect witchy game to get into the spooky mood as we start to enter into the autumnal months, and with its adorable pixel graphics, rich and emotional narrative, and cute card-based arcana constructs who will farm for you so you can focus on more important things like decorating, filling up your collections, forming friendships, and performing rituals by moonlight. There is plenty of content to keep you entertained for hours. If you love the witchy vibes and card-based mechanics of games like the Cosmic Wheel Sisterhood, Moonstone Island, and Potionomics, you love all the aspects of a traditional farming sim except the farming, and you love the dev's previous game's sticky business, then you should definitely check out the free demo for Ritual of Raven, available right now on Steam. The next game on the list is the beloved, cute and quirky culinary adventure Fruitbus, now porting to the Nintendo Switch on the 7th of August. A journey of flavours and friendships awaits you in your cozy customizable food truck. Set in an open world where taste is everything, in this cozy cooking and adventure exploration game, you'll forage for fresh ingredients to create your very own menu, then feed both tummies and souls with delicious and lovingly prepared home-cooked meals, changing the world one apple at a time. Upgrade your trusty truck, finding new ways to attract customers with music and bright colours, and customizing it to reflect your personality, from a giant spinning banana to racing wings, then visit a whole world of new and delicious destinations together. Treat Mother Earth well as you adventure into the wilds and gather ingredients. Find inspiration for your next top-selling dish in ancient glades, secret groves, and whimsical forgotten grottos. Discover the native fresh fruits and vegetables on each island of the Gustum archipelago, learning the unique customs of each and cooking meals that will make someone's day. Upgrade your kitchen to fit your own unique playstyle, making fun and original dishes for your customers to try, or taking on the challenge of making the local delicacy. Grow a following of loyal and returning customers, and discover their unique stories by creating heartfelt home-cooked dishes that evoke feelings and memories. Use the power of food to help feed souls and unlock new possibilities for you and your colourful travelling fruit bus. I love that this game combines many different gameplay aspects into one cohesive experience, from cook and serve forever style, to exploration adventure, to uncovering a story-rich narrative about the grandmother who came before you, with lots of customization and upgrades along the way. Rather than ingredients just magically appearing from a crate as seen in characteristic cook and serve style games, for example Overcooked, in Fruitbus you actually have to explore and forage yourself to collect your ingredients. And your loyal and returning customers will each have their own story, which they will share with you as you progress, and the more that you serve them. A well-needed refresh from the typical randomly generated clients with repeated character models, which disappear into oblivion after you serve them. So if you love cozy cooking in games like Coffee Caravan and Calico, exploration, adventure and resource gathering in games like Slime Rancher, and forming friendships with memorable characters and uncovering their unique stories in games like Coffee Talk and Valhalla, then you should definitely check out Fruitbus if you haven't already. Next, we have the cute and cozy nature-inspired creature collectathon and desktop friend idler Whimside, releasing for Steam on the 7th of August. In this wholesome and relaxing creature collector that sits at the bottom of your screen, keeping you company and fitting easily into your routine, whether that be working, studying or relaxing, you'll collect rare creatures called whimlings, create new species and unleash your creativity by decorating your very own whimsical and cozy escape. Set off to explore the world of Whimside, capturing and hybridizing whimlings to unlock new biomes, each rich with secrets, surprises, and rare new species to uncover. As you progress, you will unlock a variety of decorative items, allowing you to personalize your own wholesome haven, whether that's a peaceful and humble garden or an extravagant outdoor playground. Watch your favorite whimlings settle in, keeping you company throughout the day as you play at your own pace and enjoy the relaxing escape that Whimside provides as a background to your day-to-day activities. Use two whimlings together to create a whole new creature, revealing new and procedurally generated species with every unique combination and helping you to unlock even more new biomes and decorations, keeping gameplay fun and refreshing. Not to mention, Twitch integration allows you to adventure with your favourite streamers to help them earn in-game rewards, unlock special events, and maybe even get a whimling named after you. And with seamless interactions and no need for commands, the experience is smooth and non-intrusive. Whimside is a super cute idle creature collector that is sure to keep you company during your day-to-day tasks, with its cute pixel critters chilling at the bottom of your desktop. With lots of creatures to collect and create with the game's fun fusion mechanic, and lots of decorations to unlock to truly customize your very own garden, there's plenty of fun little activities to sink your teeth into when you need a break from work. If you love collecting cute creatures in games like Moonstone Island, Critter Cafe and Paleo Pines, as well as decorating idle gardens in games like Garden Galaxy and Tiny Pasture, then you should definitely check out the free demo for Whimside, available right now on Steam. The next game on the list is the cute and casual Mystery Dungeon Explorer, an open world adventure roguelike with an adorable twist, Paper Animal Adventure, releasing in early access for Steam on the 7th of August. In this cute roguelike game, inspired by and paying homage to the likes of Nintendo classics, from Paper Mario and Mario and Luigi to the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon series, you will explore a colourful world, fend off scary enemies, and relax with your friends by the campfire on your quest to seal the timelines and find a missing king. When the kind king suddenly disappeared, the small animal village fell into despair and chaos, in the midst of which a brave group of adventurers emerged, determined to find his whereabouts. Explore a procedurally generated map, making each playthrough unique, with an adorable cast of 6 cute creatures, each specialising in power, utility and defence. Discover and collect a bunch of consumable items from across the world, combining them in the cook pit, which you may or may not have stolen from an enemy camp, and experimenting with the delicious or sometimes not so much results. Equip a variety of weapons and other items to assist you in combat, upgrading each character's skills to suit their role and customize your playstyle. Find stickers that grant passive abilities during your adventure, discovering the more powerful holographic variants if you're lucky. Then use your strengthened crew to defeat mean bosses, each of which with its own alternative stronger version to fight later when you start your rewind run. With different difficulty modes varying from classic to casual, gameplay settings can easily be tweaked for an easier experience, making fun more accessible. And if you're feeling like a pro, you can even compete against other players for a global high score in online tournament mode. Paper Animal Adventure looks to be a wholesome love letter to classic Paper Mario and Pokemon, putting its own quirky spin on the mystery dungeon niche with a rich campaign to save a missing king and cute paper animals. With procedural world generation and dungeons reminiscent of Moonstone Island, every playthrough is guaranteed to be a uniquely fun experience. So if you love exploring 2.5D papercraft world in games like Paper Mario and A Tiny Stick of Tail, collecting adorable fantasy creatures in games like Pokemon and Moonstone Island, or battling dungeons and bosses in games like Moonlighter, then you should definitely check out the free demo for Paper Animal Adventure, which is available on Steam right now. Next on the list is the cozy, cute and casual, logical but still relaxing puzzle game with a wholesome matchmaking theme is The Seat Taken, releasing for Steam, the Nintendo Switch and mobile on the 7th of August. In this wholesome logic-based puzzle game, you'll play matchmaker for groups of hilariously particular people, each of which has their own unique pet peeves, which makes seating them a delightful challenge. window seat or aisle, booth or table, in this cozy and silly little puzzle that is relaxing and satisfying with no pressures, time limits or leaderboards. You're in charge of who sits where, and your mission is to find the perfect spot for everyone, like organising groups of people according to their preferences to unlock new levels and fun scenarios as you progress and discover each character's unique traits and personality. Whether it's a cinema, a crowded bus, a wedding reception, or a cramped taxi cab, every new setting will introduce new characters, each with their own specific tastes, and it's up to you to read the room and find everybody's perfect placement. From a party guest with a sensitive nose to a sleepy passenger trying to nap on the bus. And with a wholesome and heartfelt little story to discover, playing out from the perspective of Nat, an aspiring actor whose world is turned upside down when they see a shape just like them on the big screen, and now on a global journey to meet their hero and learn their expertise as you travel from city to city, each with its own unique levels, characters and charm. I absolutely love the concept of Is This Seat Taken, and as someone who loves logical deduction puzzles, there's just something so satisfying about coming to the correct solution. This game looks right up my alley. Not to mention, with its super adorable cartoon graphics and calming colour palette, this game is also a feast for the eyes. So if you also love logical deduction in board games like Cluedo and Mafia, also known as Werewolf, as well as cozy and relaxing puzzle games like A Little to the Left, Unpacking and Sticky Business, then you should definitely check out the free demo for Is This Seat Taken, available right now on Steam. Next on the list is the casual and chill roguelike strategy deck builder, inspired by classics like Balatro and Slay the Spire, but with a medieval royalty twist. The Royal Writ, the last game on this list releasing on the 7th of August on Steam. In this medieval-inspired deck builder, rendered in charming picture book visuals, you won't just play cards, you will command them on the battlefield, placing your loyal subjects strategically as they advance towards the enemy and deal damage. However, in a world where sacrifices are necessary to create stories, you won't only watch your cards march to glory. Some may meet a permanent demise, becoming a part of your kingdom's great legend. Lead an army of adorable yet battle-hardened animals, each with their own abilities, which you will need to take into account to shape your strategy. From a frail and wounded flamingo to a crafty lizard who cheats death by only losing its tail to a sacrificial lamb. Every card in your deck has its own unique personality and purpose. You may even come across some peculiar creatures on your journey, from an impatient and boorish shopkeeper to a crazed mantis dentist, and these encounters are sure to be memorable as you determine who is friend and who is foe. In a game where sacrifice isn't just a risk but an essential strategy and a requirement to create memorable sub-stories within each run, march your cards either to glory or death. But beware, any card that reaches the enemy base before a victory will be permanently destroyed and removed from your deck for the remainder of the run. When every fallen card tells a tale and their glory and individual stories live on in the legacy of the kingdom that you will build, it's up to you to honour the subjects who gave everything for your cause and ensure their sacrifices are never forgotten. Conquer the realm through 2 distinct campaign adventures, each featuring unique cards, bosses and strategic challenges that gradually increase in difficulty as you progress, the first of which pits you against a growing rebellion as you attempt to maintain the king's good and just rule, and the second introduces a new and explosive threat. In the first campaign, you'll find yourself battling your way through a challenging environment filled with deep pits and poison swamps as you try to suppress your enemies and uncover the deeper truths behind your kingdom's troubles. And introducing a new and experimental weapon to the battlefield of gunpowder, you must change your strategy for the second campaign as you dodge an onslaught of bullets and ensure you and your troops are not mortally wounded as you march forward. Featuring intuitive but deep gameplay, the Royal Writ features card-based gameplay which is easy to learn without compromising on challenge. Not to mention, with its roguelike progression, every run will be different, keeping gameplay fun and fresh. The Royal Writ looks super fun, mixing roguelike deck building and strategy with the lane-based combat of games like Plants vs Zombies and classic tower defense, and when each card has its own unique personality and abilities, gameplay is sure to stay fresh and entertaining. Not to mention, with 2 campaign stories to play through, each with their own distinct cards, bosses and challenges to overcome, there are 2 completely unique playthroughs. If you love roguelike card games like Slay the Spire and Balatro, as well as the royal campaigns of games like For the King and Reigns, then you should check out the free demo for Royal Writ, available on Steam right now. The next game on the list is the cute and casual, story-rich and adventurous puzzler, exploration game and farming sim, all in one with a superpowered twist. Super Farming Boy, releasing for Steam, Xbox Game Pass for Windows and mobile in early access on the 12th of August. In this action-adventure farming sim with a puzzle-solving element, you will fly, harvest and grow crops with a mixture of chain reactions and combo matches, and whack enemies to defend your farm, all while mastering your shape-shifting superpowers to enact revenge upon your evil nemesis Corpo, who has captured your mom and friends. Play as Super, a magical young boy with a passion for farming and the power to shapeshift, after his unlawful hiring by the evil corpo, as you work your land and harvest your way through wacky challenges, get taxed, and save up to buy your friends back. In this farming sim, there are no tools because you yourself are the tool. With a simple push of a button, you can transform into any item that you may require, from a shovel to a pickaxe to a watering can. Not to mention, you even have the power of flight. Explore whimsical weathers and a plethora of extraordinary, outlandish and unique seasons, from radioactive to time warp or even underwater, which will be coming soon. Harvest magical creatures to trigger specific chain reactions and create powerful combos, enabling you to optimize your farm in new ways outside of the traditional farming game experience. Whether that be using these reactions as a means of defense against enemy creatures, helping to optimize your daily stamina usage by harvesting your entire farm in one go, or facilitating various actions such as chopping trees, demolishing boulders, removing weeds, collecting items, defeating bosses, and more. With lots of super tools and powers to unlock and upgrade, all in the form of old school superhero trading cards, it's up to you to discover them all, enhancing Super's abilities so that he can defeat Corpo once and for all. Featuring gameplay that is incredibly intuitive and meticulously designed with touch controls in mind, everything is draggable, tappable, and pokeable. Not to mention, there is support for classic joystick controls, keyboard, and touch all simultaneously. Not to mention, new updates are already pre-planned, from the new underwater season to seasonal boss fights and fungal-themed power-ups. Super Farming Boy looks super silly and fun, and I love the concept of a superhero who spends their days farming and shapeshifts between different types of tools. The main villain is pretty much a metaphor for capitalism, as he has kidnapped everyone you hold dear and is forcing you to buy them back. But he definitely has a quirky twist, selling you upgrades in a helpful but also pretty backhanded when you consider that he's holding your whole family hostage kind of way, which kind of reminds me of the Snatcher from A Hat in Time, who is probably one of my favourite gaming villains and definitely a hear me out. Not to mention, I love a farming sim with a twist, and this one has so many unique crops, from their design to the ways that you grow them to achieve chain reactions and combos, and of course so many unique seasons that are nothing like real life or anything that I've seen before in a farming sim, from radioactive to underwater. If you love a farming sim with a twist, especially a fantastical one, and you love grinding for money in games because it's way easier than in real life, and charismatic cartoon villains, then you should definitely check out the free demo for Super Farming Boy, which is available right now on Steam. And the devs have kindly partnered with me to give you all a reward code for 20,000 in-game coins, which will be on screen right now, and that will be valid from release day until the 26th of August and can be redeemed on any full PC or Mac version of the game once per save slot. And just for full transparency, while this video is not sponsored, the devs did kindly gift me a copy of the game in this collaboration, so thank you so much to the team at Lemon Chili Soft for working with me. And for the next game, I just wanted to give a quick mature content warning, as this game does contain some mild violence, including hunting animals, and there is some scenes of blood, although it's not very realistic, and it also contains other general mature content which might not be appropriate for all ages. Next on the list is the console port of the open world, Wild West inspired survival and building sandbox, with a rich story and an emphasis on exploration above snakes, already available on Steam and now coming to the Nintendo Switch, Xbox and PlayStation on the 14th of August. In this mostly relaxing Wild Western world builder, you'll create your own world piece by piece, crafting, farming, hunting and exploring as you find somewhere to settle and build your base from the ground up, all while completing a variety of quests, unraveling the secrets of the land, and uncovering the lightweight story of a female protagonist in the middle of a conflict. Experience a mixture of creative and survival elements as you explore an isometric world inspired by the Wild West, building your own world by piecing together the scraps of map that you discover at your cartography table, navigating various biomes, each offering various unique materials, and battling against the elements, or even worse, dangerous lost souls, as you gather resources, find food, construct bases, and craft weapons and tools to survive in a hostile world. Create your very own outpost using a simple but intuitive modular building system, expanding your base and building essential workstations, from the workbench and sawmill to the anvil and furnace, and enhancing your crafting skills to create a variety of handcrafted furniture to add your own personal flair, as well as more advanced gear and tools as you progress. Nurture your homestead as you find seeds from wild herbs and veggies to create your own farms, watching over them with care and watering them regularly for a promising harvest. not to mention with full controller support including rebinding of keys and multiple accessibility options from camera movements to detailed sound settings. This game is super accessible to gamers of all playstyles and sensitivities, whether that be motion sickness like me or otherwise. I love Above Snakes, especially the isometric modular building and the custom map system, as there is so much to do, from exploring the world and uncovering its secrets to battling dangerous monsters in the dungeons, and to me it is very reminiscent of Minecraft, especially with the zombie apocalypse aspect. But Above Snakes also has a Wild Western theme, and it does tell a very emotional story of a woman who has lost everything. And if you haven't heard of Above Snakes before, then you may recognise the dev studio Square Glade Games from their most recent Kickstarter campaign for the caravan living and exploration game Outbound, which I included in my first video about Kickstarter games, and I've been following the production of as a backer myself. If you love exploring vast but dangerous open worlds in games like Minecraft and Terraria, as well as battling your way through dungeons in games like Moonlighter and Moonstone Island, and building stunning modular creations in games like Raft and Hotel Galactic, then you should definitely check out the free prologue for Above Snakes, available on Steam. The next game on the list is the cute, casual and cozy arcade adventure and puzzle platformer, packed full of fun, minigames and kitty cats, Kimono Cats, releasing for Steam and the Nintendo Switch on the 14th of August. In this delightful and uplifting festival adventure, set in a vibrant yet old-timey Japan, you will join two adorable cats dressed in colourful kimonos on a quest to create the most charming village imaginable, popping bubbles to discover hidden surprises and collecting coins to make their dreams come true. With 18 minigames across 18 levels and over 100 types of bubbles to pop, there is always something fun and fresh to experience, whether that's mastering the carnival-inspired challenges, unlocking fun items to decorate with, or playing with your feline friends. As you progress, unlock new festival roads, minigames and cultural backdrops, keeping your eyes peeled for hidden events, special characters and new decorative collectibles that are sure to keep the festival spirit alive and well. Pick from a variety of over 20 kitty avatars, customizing them to your liking with different outfits and accessories, and experience a relaxed and welcoming atmosphere with flexible relationship options and a wholesome friendship system, allowing you to grow closer to your feline friends by feeding them treats and unlocking adorable animations, from dancing and hugging to other playful interactions. Throw darts at floating bubbles and watch as the festival road transforms before your eyes, with different bubble types revealing coins, helpful items and whimsical twists, from sudden weather changes to cameo characters. Then spend the coins you find to decorate and expand your village, choosing from various buildings including shops and houses, and discovering over 100 decorative items in a gachapon-based candy jar system to craft a unique environment that reflects your own personal style. Take a break from bubble popping to enjoy a selection of festival-inspired minigames, trying your hand at a vast variety from goldfish scooping and rhythm games to ball tosses, shuriken throwing and more, and earning both hearts and coins while having a blast. Perfect for fans of casual, social and light-hearted games, Kimono Cats combine stress-free bubble popping and fun mini-games with wholesome and positive cooperative community features, ensuring you'll always have something exciting to do and someone to share it with. From swapping gifts and kind messages to visiting other players' villages to spark inspiration and collaboration. Kimono Cats looks super adorable and is the perfect pick for those who prefer arcade-style minigames and or don't have enough free time to deep dive into the longer, more story-rich games on this list at the moment. With lots of decorative items to unlock to make a festival that is truly your own, and a large selection of minigames to try out, Kimono Cats has a good selection of content to keep you busy and is perfect for those who enjoy pick up and play style gameplay with little stakes and low commitment. If you love cute cats, wholesome arcade games, and decorating in games like Sprout Valley and Littlewood, then you should definitely check out the free demo for Kimono Cats, available right now on Steam. Next, we have the sequel to the cute and casual co-op puzzle platformer, set in a fun and colourful cartoon world, Lost Twins 2, releasing for Steam including Mac support, Xbox and PlayStation on the 14th of August. In this cute platformer with a puzzle-based twist, you'll use the unique mechanic of moving the world itself to create new paths, embarking on an adventure either solo or with a friend in local co-op to help Ben and Abby navigate a mysterious new world. Engage in clever puzzles that will leave you challenged and entertained, each with an elegant and satisfying solution, and overcome obstacles with inspiration as you help the pair reunite and guide them on their journey across a whimsical polygonal playground to find their way back home. With no repetition in the puzzles, each new addition feels interesting and unique, from the game's core signature sliding puzzle mechanic to complementary mechanics such as pressure switches, water gates, lifts, and more, ensuring the pace of the game never falters and puzzle solving stays fun and fresh. With no timers, no enemies, no deaths, and not even any dialogue to read, just a poetic and visually breathtaking world full of puzzles that will challenge your wits and visuals that show rather than tell, this story is sure to delight both children and adults alike with a gameplay experience that is based on discovery, tinkering, and exploration rather than conflict and combat. Team up in local split-screen co-op mode and solve puzzles with a friend, working together to swap tiles, activate mechanisms, and overcome obstacles as you guide the pair toward their long-awaited reunion. Whether playing solo or cooperatively, this journey is one of exploration, creativity, and many heartwarming moments. Inspired by the heartfelt art of Miyazaki, Lost Twins 2 is a feast for the eyes, merging soft, painterly backgrounds with simplified and memorable characters to create a unique and charming art style where each fluid animation frame is meticulously crafted with immense attention to detail. Not to mention, its original musical score truly immerses you into relaxing gameplay, featuring atmospheric and soothing sounds which complement its art and bring this playful world to life. If you love wholesome two-player platforming adventures such as It Takes Two and Unravel, as well as the stunning art and worlds of Studio Ghibli, and solving puzzles with a friend in games like Snipperclips and Fireboy and Watergirl, then you should definitely check out the free demo available right now on Steam. The next game on the list is the cute and casual, charming room decorating game and interior designer with a fluffy feline twist, Cats in Cozy Rooms, releasing for Steam on the 15th of August. In this relaxing and artistic game featuring stunning hand-drawn art, unique kitty clients, and full of endless charm and creativity, you will design beautiful spaces for your somewhat picky but super adorable feline clients, utilizing your knowledge of their unique likes and dislikes to create their dream home. Each level introduces a new cat with its own unique likes and dislikes, where some may prefer a rustic and old-timey aesthetic, others may have a more modern, minimalistic style. Ensure you take every kitty's preferences into consideration, from the furniture choices to the ambient music, to become the best feline interior designer in town. Enjoy a relaxing experience with beautifully crafted hand-drawn assets, immersing yourself in a warm and charming world where every object, cat, and decoration is uniquely illustrated. Whether you want to carefully plan out every little detail or just have fun designing cute spaces, this one is sure to let you express your creativity, and you get to do so at your own pace. Cats in Cozy Rooms is so adorable with its stunning hand-drawn art style, colourful palette, and cute little kitties, all of which have their own demands when you decorate their houses. I love interior decoration games, especially those where you are decorating for a client, such as Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer and Paradise, and House Flipper, as I feel like it pushes me out of my comfort zone and makes me more creative. So now I get to do that, but for exclusively kitty clients. A dream come true. So if you love decorating stunning interiors for quirky clients in the games I just mentioned, and you're crazy about cats just like me, then you should definitely check out the free demo for Cats in Cozy Rooms, available right now on Steam. Next, we have the highly anticipated cozy and casual shopkeeper and life sim RPG, featuring satirical humour and branching narratives, depending on whether you want to be a half-decent person or not. Discounty, releasing for all major platforms on the 21st of August, including a physical console release. In this game, you will manage your very own discount supermarket, getting caught up in the latest small town drama, organising and planning out your shop's layout, and striking lucrative deals with manufacturers to expand your secretive aunt's business empire along the way. After all, selling more frozen fries will surely heal this broken community, right? Step into the quirky but rundown harbour town of Blomcast, where your aunt has entrusted you with managing its only supermarket, Discounty. But beware, not everyone wants you to succeed. Design and organise your shop, managing stock levels, working the checkout, and striking trade deals with your manufacturers. Create an eye-catching and efficient store by rearranging shelves and products, designing inviting aisles for easy navigation, and adding decorations to encourage purchases. Keep shelves stacked, floors clean, and the storage room organised, ringing up customer shopping promptly to keep them happy, as after all, nobody likes waiting around. Watch as your profits soar, reinvesting it into the business to grow and expand your shop, stocking more goods and advertising it all around town. Explore the town after business hours to uncover its hidden secrets, using every tool at your disposal to expand your business, but be mindful, rapid growth might ruffle a few feathers in this tight-knit community, so don't neglect to build relationships with the charming locals, turning them into loyal patrons and navigating community dynamics as you grow your business empire. After all, Blomcastians don't take well to newcomers, so you'll have to gain manufacturers' trust to make beneficial trade deals and sell local specialty goods to boost sales. Whether you pursue endless profits or actually try to find a way to benefit everyone in Blomcast, the choice is ultimately yours, although it will matter. I love that Discounty clearly doesn't take itself too seriously, as it makes comedic jabs at the state of the world under capitalism and foretells a story which is lighthearted but nonetheless a warning of what is to come if we continue in this direction. With tons to do and important decisions to make, Discounty makes use of deprecating and somewhat dark humour to express its story, which I personally like, but if you know that's not to your taste, then I would recommend avoiding this one. I've seen a couple people criticising this game online for being, quote, pro-capitalism. I actually think the conversation is a little more nuanced than that, and if anything, it's quite the opposite. For example, when looking at the trailer, as your business grows, you face protests from the locals as you profit at the expense of the local small businesses. Now personally, that looks more like a cautionary tale than anything aspirational, and the empty town of Blomcast looks more dystopian than anything else. Honestly, it kind of reminds me of when some people thought that the show Breaking Bad was promoting the blue substances industry. Clearly it wasn't, as nobody in that show meets an even remotely happy ending, and I feel like Discounty portrays a similar thing, but in a much more lighthearted way, which may be a reason why people think that maybe it's glorifying the situation, but personally I think it's definitely a case of you've got to laugh or you'll cry, and it's making jokes about the deteriorating state of our world, which while some people may consider that to be insensitive, and that is perfectly valid, it is still a coping system that many people use, including the devs of this game. So if you've always wondered what it would be like to play Stardew from a Joja Mart perspective, because like me you've never actually had the heart to play the Joja route, you love shop management games like Moonlighter and Super Mini Mart, and you love a nuanced conversation about important topics but made more lighthearted by a deprecating joke or two, then you should definitely check out the free demo for Discounty, available right now on Steam. The next game on the list is the cute, cozy and casual, relaxing pixel graphics puzzler and interior decorator, Whisper of the House, releasing for Steam including max support on the 27th of August. In this cozy game about organising and decorating, you'll take on various requests for a variety of quirky townsfolk, helping them to move, organise and clean out their spaces. In the process, your gentle touch might just make a big difference in their lives, and perhaps even uncover some hidden stories. Meet your charming cast of neighbours, each with their own unique stories and personalities, taking on their tasks, forming connections and embarking on a wholesome and heartfelt cozy journey. Explore a wide variety of furniture and decorations, with plenty to choose from and many small interactive surprises. From pulling some tissues out of a box to squeezing the rubber duck, be sure to enjoy the fun of these adorable little details. You can even organise your own cozy space with ease and utilise it however you wish, decorating from floor to ceiling to create cozy corners, each full of personality and your creativity. Whisper of the House looks super cute and wholesome, with its charming pixel graphics and calming atmosphere, not to mention its heartfelt narrative about helping your neighbours through the power of decoration and organisation. And as someone who loves anything organisation or decoration related, especially with a puzzle-based twist, such as A Little to the Left and Unpacking, this game definitely looks like my cup of tea. So if you love organising and decorating your spaces, both in real life and virtually in games like Unpacking, Ship Inc. and Sticky Business, then you should totally check out the free demo for Whisper of the House, which is available on Steam right now. Next on the list is the next installment of the beloved and cozy casual farming and life sim series, Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar, releasing for Steam and the Nintendo Switch, including a physical release on the 27th of August. In this newest installment of the beloved farming series, you'll discover a new and peaceful farming life in the friendly community of Zephyrtown, growing crops and raising animals, getting to know the locals, and selling your wares at your own market stall in the town's bazaar, helping to restore it to its former glory so the town can thrive once more. Zephyrtown's bazaar was once one of the grandest in the world, drawing customers and peddlers from all four corners of the globe. However, these days, the bazaar has more tumbleweeds than customers. Now it's up to you to turn its fortunes around as you raise animals, harvest crops, grab rare delicacies, and then sell these wares at your very own stall in the bazaar. As the bazaar business grows, new goods and services will arrive alongside yours, which can then be used to further improve your farm. Take advantage of Zephyrtown's unique weather, using windmills to harness and utilize the power of the wind to make travel and farm tasks a breeze, from creating new products to gliding through the skies. Your farm produce and goods will take on additional importance as the heart of your business at the lively weekly bazaar, allowing you to take charge of your sales and power up your profits, which can then be used to customize your stall and make it uniquely yours, building up the buzz and leading to even more sales. Enjoy a rich life amongst a colourful community of characters, from friendly townsfolk, some of which may want to be more than just friends, to magical nature sprite. Build your homestead, growing relationships, and even finding love and starting a family as you bask in the magnificent beauty of Zephyrtown, rendered in modernised graphics and brought to life through richly voiced story. Inspired by the classic handheld title, Grand Bazaar builds upon and improves the original in every conceivable way, from a bigger world that feels more alive than ever thanks to incredible new visuals, new characters, an expanded storyline, and full character voice acting for story events, a first in the series. Grand Bazaar looks like an awesome upgrade to the classic Story of Seasons experience, adding plenty of content that we haven't seen before in the series, from running your own bazaar stall to harnessing the power of the wind and travelling around with gliders. I love that the more recent Story of Seasons games have been expanding their horizons a bit more than the typical farming experience. For example, in A Wonderful Life, you could age and continue on as your child, similar to as seen in Echoes of the Plum Grove, which led to multi-generational gameplay, a feature that a lot of cozy sims lack. Although A Wonderful Life was a remake of the original Harvest Moon title, I'll let them have this one since they did add some new content, although I will say same-sex couples is kind of the bare minimum in the 21st century. Previously, it kind of felt like one remake after another, just with a new world and NPCs, and for the price point, it was difficult to justify that, especially compared to the likes of more innovative games like Stardew Valley and Coral Island, which arguably offer way more content for a cheaper price point, so this new direction is really nice to see. So if you've loved Harvest Moon growing up, or you've been getting into Story of Seasons these past couple of years, or maybe you've never played any of Marvelous's classic farming sims, but you love more modern farming titles like Stardew Valley and Coral Island, and you're looking for your next cozy homestead, then you should definitely check out Grand Bazaar. And last but not least is the upgraded version of the cute, quirky and casual puzzle solving, 3D platforming and action based adventure across a magical world, now with a whole new bonus storyline, Kirby and the Forgotten Land Star-Crossed World, releasing for the Nintendo Switch 2 on the 28th of August. In this upgraded version of the beloved Kirby game, you will uncover a whole new story featuring a star-crossed world and a mysterious meteor. Play as Kirby using his amazing abilities, including some brand new mouthful modes, to clear a trail through this uncharted territory as you embark on an exciting and magical adventure, boasting both improved graphics and frame rate. Not to mention, you can revisit the original story in higher resolution and greater detail, as after a strange vortex appeared in the sky above planet Popstar, sucking in everything around it including Kirby, you find yourself in an abandoned world where civilization and nature have become one. Now it's up to you and your new mystical friend Alphalin to set off on a grand adventure to find and rescue the Waddle Dees from the evil clutches of the ferocious beast pack and return home. Discover the many different regions of this new and mysterious world, each with multiple 3D platforming levels to venture through and objectives to complete. Explore by running, jumping and climbing, inhaling your enemies to copy their abilities, or spitting them back out as projectiles against others that may block your way. Many of Kirby's famous copy abilities are back, along with some new ones too. By inhaling certain enemies and gulping them down, you can put their powers to work, using them to take down the opposition, as well as finding hidden treasures and secrets. From the cutter ability, which allows you to slice and dice enemies with throwing blades, to the drill, which allows you to dig deep into the ground, there are tons of useful abilities to discover on your misadventures. You can even take your copying abilities to the next level, evolving them and upgrading your skills as you progress to fight Beast Pack with even more powerful attacks. And when copying abilities aren't enough, mouthful mode is sure to come in handy, allowing you to become any one of these special objects you can eat throughout each level and gain even more useful skills, from lighting the way with the light bulb mouth to racing past your enemies with car mouth. Hunt high and low for hidden areas and treasures, as well as checking off any secret objectives you come across along the way, but watch out, the beast pack won't go down without a fight, and you'll have to face off against fierce bosses if you want to defeat these fearsome foes once and for all. And with every new Waddle Dee you rescue, the population of Waddle Dee Town will expand. Take a breather here and watch it develop, offering more amenities and facilities as its population is restored, from the Waddle Dee Cafe and shop, which serves a range of recovery and skill boosting items, to the Gacha Machine Alley, where you can expand your figurine collection, as well as a plethora of fun minigames and more. Need a helping hand on your adventure? Call in a friend for local co-op multiplayer and watch as Bandana Waddle Dee joins in the action with his trusty spear. As someone who absolutely loves Kirby, and also why is he still not in Mario Kart yet, like come on Nintendo, I'm excited to see that they've added a bonus story to the Switch 2 upgraded edition rather than just unlocking higher FPS and greater graphics resolution like some of their other games. Like come on, be for real, why do we have to pay extra to use the specs of our new console that we've already paid like 400 quid for? From a whole new world and even more mouthful modes, it makes this upgrade feel slightly more worth your money than some of the others, as it is essentially a DLC, kind of similar to Happy Home Paradise for Animal Crossing, because it features an additional world and bonus content. So if you've got a Switch 2 and you love Kirby, then I definitely consider upgrading to the Starcross Worlds version, or checking out the Forgotten Lands for the first time if you haven't already. So that was 25 new cozy games releasing this August. Let me know down in the comments below which game you're most excited for and why. This month has so many amazing cozy games, some of which I've been highly anticipating for a while now, and the 7th is definitely a day to mark, with almost half the games on this list releasing on that single day. Out of all of them though, I would definitely say that I am most looking forward to Make Room, Tiny Bookshop, Wholesome Out and About, and Discounty. That's actually quite a few, but it's definitely been a struggle to narrow things down this month. If you found this video either entertaining or informative, then please give it a like, as it really helps my small channel to grow and reach new cozy game enthusiasts. And if you want to see more content from me, then please do consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell. And as per usual, thank you for watching all the way to the end, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your day/night.